Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of TBONE2004's Q&A. Alright, last time I'd received a lot of great questions, and a lot of them were actually very interesting. And I hope that I answered a lot of your questions, but right now we're going to continue on and let's see what we got here. A lot of you have sent me even more questions, and I thank you for that. And I also had a few that I was going to answer in the last one, but couldn't get to because I ran out of time. But tonight I got a lot of time, so let's go ahead and get this started. First, we got 2 or 3 questions left from Foxy Rhino 1988. And this first question is, do you think they will show a lot of cool trailers at this year's E3? And of course, your question was pretty long, and you mentioned a lot of games like Birth by Sleep, 358 and a half days, and Coded. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I have not been paying attention to E3 or any of the games that are going to be mentioned, seeing as how that I don't really keep track of that kind of stuff. But you do mention a lot of Kingdom Hearts games, including one for the cell phone, and that's interesting. I can't imagine Square Enix would actually go so far to put a Kingdom Hearts game on a cell phone. Well, to put it bluntly, I guess that would be interesting. Kingdom Hearts to go. I mean, they've already made Mario to go with Super Mario Land, and Sonic the Hedgehog with Sonic Advance and Sonic Rush. But let's go ahead and keep moving right now. This next question concerns Super Smash Bros. Brawl from Foxy Rhino. If you could increase the Brawl roster by 10, who would you choose Nintendo-wise? Well, that's a very interesting question. I don't know if I could answer it all right now, but I could tell you one thing. I agree with your idea of having Crystal and Star Fox. Excuse me. I had me a little bit of a Code Red Mountain Dew this time. Don't worry, I'm not drinking energy drinks. But Crystal and Super Smash Bros. Brawl, that I could really see because, I mean, Wolf and Falco, they're good characters to have side with Fox. But Crystal, I'm pretty sure she'd be awesome, especially with that staff that she uses. Oh, and as far as the others are concerned, I would say bring in Mewtwo, Roy, Pichu, and let's see. Oh boy, you got so many good titles out there, but I'm not sure of who I could add. But any characters that were left out from Melee, and some characters that we saw definitely in Brawl as assist trophies would have worked great, especially Little Mac, because to be honest, I was hoping Little Mac would make it into Brawl. But as an assist trophy, I guess that's the next best thing. Hopefully Nintendo DLC will come around as opposed to what Guardian Earth told us. But by the way, Guardian, I still believe that that's true. Nintendo has a way of deceiving us. But we're moving on again, so let's go on to the next question. Sonic's moves in Brawl seem stale. If you could amp them up, what would you do? Well, personally, I don't see any problems with Sonic. I mean, his moveset is actually pretty nice. I mean, some of the moves, I saw them similar to that of Captain Falcon. And ironically, is like if you do his up B smash attack, you'll notice that it does exactly the same thing as Captain Falcon's. And Sonic's down attack, it seems similar to Falcon Kick. But to be honest, I don't see anything wrong with Sonic. I mean, you could see something wrong, but I really don't. So we have differing opinions, but that's okay. That's really cool. Alright, these next questions come from Shattuck1178, another good fan of mine. His first question is, if you could meet any YouTube user in real life, who would it be and why? Okay, this is going to be a very interesting question to answer. So, here we go. The user that I really want to meet, and you may have seen her posts in my Sonic Hentai, my Sonic Passion, and my Furries rant, that would be iKingyo. The reason being is because we've actually gone farther back than before YouTube ever came along. See, I met her back in 2003. I was on Yahoo Messenger one night just going around clicking on game FAQs. Then all of a sudden I get this message from this girl, and then she says that she's a Sonic fan, and then we sort of hit it off from there, and we've been friends ever since. And ever since she found that I was a ranter on YouTube, and she saw those 3 rants in particular, well, she noticed that there was a lot of bashers and stuff, and she started to go on the attack and use logic. Seriously, I hope I get to meet her someday. That would be the best thing ever. Better than Mega Man 5. Well, maybe not that better. Well, I don't know. We'll find out someday. Next question, moving on. What is your favorite music for Sonic? Okay, real simple. It doesn't matter. Because that, without a doubt, is truly Sonic's theme song. If you ever got a chance to hear it, and I know most of you have, you will know that it's a whole lot better than His World and Seven Rings in Hand or any other song out there. It doesn't matter is truly Sonic's theme song right there. These next questions come from Super Sonic XXX, which by the way is a great Super Smash Bros. Player. If you know his friend code, add him sometime. He's awesome. First question, besides Mewtwo, who is your favorite Pokemon and why? Wow. This is a very hard question to answer. Well, I think I'll give you an easy answer. That would be Lugia. The reason being is because Lugia is just an amazing Pokemon. I mean, a bird that can dive underwater and use the power of arrow and just totally wipe out an opponent. I mean, if you ever saw the move Arrow Blast or any of his awesome powers, you'd understand that Lugia is an awesome Pokemon to have. Seriously, if you played like Gold, Silver, or Crystal, and Crystal is the best choice by the way, because you can get both Lugia and Ho-Oh. They are awesome. They're both awesome, but Lugia, in my honest opinion, is one of my favorite Pokemon to use in battle, aside from Mewtwo. Next question. If Sonic was owned by Nintendo, do you think it would be better or worse for him? Personally, I think it would be a whole lot better because it seems that in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Nintendo was really giving Sonic what he deserved, and that was good gameplay. Now, if only Nintendo was to acquisize Sonic Team, and then we'd see a great improvement in the games. They'd take a lot longer to make, and we had to wait and wait and wait for a good Sonic title to come out. But you know what? It'd be well worth it considering the fact it's from Nintendo. Anyone agree with me on that one? I thought so. Alright, more questions from SparkWing24. And these questions, well, a lot of them really made sense to me. First question. Have you heard of the YouTube member Jedi1? Yes, I have. I've seen his game reviews. The first review I think I saw from him was Streets of Rage 2, and I have to say, that was an awesome review. And recently, seeing some of his rants, they're actually pretty good. I mean, they're alright to an extent, but not like Guardian Earth 128 amazing. Next question. What is your favorite 2D Sonic game and 2D Mario games? I think I already answered this question, but I'll answer it again. Sonic 3 and Knuckles for Sonic, and Super Mario 3 and Super Mario World for the Mario question. Easy question to answer there. Thanks anyways. Next question. What is your favorite game system of next gen? You gave me the choices of Wii, 360, PS3, DS, and PSP. You know what my favorites are? The Wii and the DS. Reason being because Nintendo doesn't wait around and just dink around like they did with the 360, PS3, and the PSP. A lot of you fans are going to disagree with me on that, and that's cool. I own a 360, it's awesome, but I don't own a PS3 or PSP. But personally, I prefer the Wii and the DS. Why? Because Nintendo doesn't screw around. Next question. Which do you prefer, Crush 40 or Zebrahead's version of His World? I really don't like the song, but my money goes to Crush 40 because Jun Sonoe, he does a good job with his band. I'm going to give it that. And now I'm running out of time again, so I'm going to finish up with this last question. If you were to compare Sonic the Disaster and TMNT for the NES, which one would you think would be the better game? My answer, TMNT. No questions asked. Because Sonic the Disaster has some of the worst stuff in it. If you heard my response to this backstory, you'll remember that I said it took me 30 minutes to beat Dusty Desert as Silver due to all the glitches and the camera angles and dying so many times. That game is so frustrating. I'd rather play TMNT over Sonic the Disaster. No questions asked. Alright, thanks a lot for watching. But stick around because I got more questions coming up, and of course, keep sending them. I want to get I want to get more questions out from you guys. Thanks a lot. We'll see you soon.
Steel, steel, steel. Balls of steel.